Welcome to another reformer video. My name is Melanie. This is my friend Rebecca. Today, by popular demand, we're going to do another ballet reformer fusion workouts. We are on a balanced body IQ reformer. Please load on 3 red springs or 3 heavy springs. We're going to start in first position with our feet on the foot bar. So you're going to be in external rotation. Toes will be on the foot bar. Heels are going to be together, and you're going to start with the carriage as in as you can have it. Spine is neutral, so your tailbone is really heavy on the carriage. What we're going to do is extend the legs straight, keeping those heels together. Big breath in, rib cage stays down. You're going to slowly bend the knees, keep the heels together, go for a little demi-plie. Only go as far as you can before those heels lift. So you're going to soften the knees and extend. Those of you who have taken ballet before know this is a very fundamental part of class, getting that warmth through the legs, getting those knees nice and soft. I'm going to go for about 8, so we should take about 3 more. This is 2 and 1. Extend all the way straight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bend as low as we can go, lifting the heels if you need to get into that grand plie and extend. So you'll see that Rebecca is keeping her heels together. And if you don't have the same range where you can get your pelvis as close to your heels as Rebecca's doing, that's completely fine. What you want to do is work within the range that you have. We're going for that deep knee flexion. Good, let's just take 2 more. And last one, all the way down nice and fluid. Find that full stretch and bring the carriage all the way in. So bend the knees, bring it all the way home. You can move your feet. It's okay. We're going to go into second position. So moving your heels to the foot bar, legs still externally rotated. Find your fullest plie to start. We're going to take a big breath in, stretch all the way straight. And we're going to take demi-pliés. So just a little softness through the knees and extend. Inhale as you bend, exhale as you stretch. So in ballet class, we always want to find the full extension or that ta-da moment. That's exactly what we're looking for here. We're going to take maybe 3 more of these little baby bends, these demi-pliés. And then after this next one, we're going to move into that grand plie, the full bend. So big breath in, exhale, bend all the way down. Your heels are staying on the foot bar for this one, but you're just finding a deeper bend, deeper plie as you go down. Good. Using your breath, I like to inhale as you go down, exhale as you stretch the legs. Let's just find 2 more, making sure we're nice and warm. Good. And next time you stretch, you're going to take a big inhale, exhale, bring the carriage all the way home. Very nice. All right, so next we're going to peel off 1 red spring. So you're on 2 reds. We're going to go for some ballet-inspired bridges. So your feet will be hip distance apart on the foot bar in parallel. Arches of the feet on the foot bar. Make sure your knees are spaced as wide as your hip bones, so it's just a little wider, Rebecca. Arms will be long by your sides. If your headrest is up, just reach behind you and place that in the downward position. Got it? Okay. So arms will be down. Our objective is we want to keep the carriage as still as possible while we roll the hips up into a bridge and back down. So you'll see Rebecca's peeling her spine 1 bone at a time up off of the mat, rolling it back down 1 bone at a time until her tailbone almost hits the mat, finding that neutral spine. Big breath in, exhale. Finding a diagonal line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders and all the way back. Very important to make sure your knees stay separated as wide as your hips. And also when you roll up, you want to be cautious not to pop your rib cage or arch your back. So when you find the diagonal line, we're not pushing it so far up that your ribs have to really pop out of alignment and you're not going into back extension here, essentially. Good. Next time you find your bridge, you're going to pause there. Really making sure your toes are staying forward, right in line with your knees. You're going to pause there, keep the hips up. You're going to press the carriage out, exhale. Inhale, keeping the hips lifted. Slide back on a diagonal. Good. Good, let's go for 3. This one's really great for strengthening through the thighs, or essentially hamstrings and glutes. Let's just take 1 more, bring it all the way in, big breath in, close the stopper, roll it down 1 bone at a time. Very nice. Hug your knees into your chest if you need to. We're going to go for single leg variations, which will give this a little bit more ballet flavor. So once again, feet hip distance apart, toes pointed forward. Find that rolled up bridge position one more time. We're going to bring the right leg to tabletop. Good. Keep it there as you press the carriage out. Extend that right leg out as you bring the carriage home. Hips stay lifted. So good. Knee comes in toward your chest. Exhale, extend it out. Knee in. Exhale, extend it. So nice. Good. Let's go for 3 more. Keeping your core nice and stable. This is 2. Your left leg should be talking to you big time. And 1. Extend it over. Now bring the leg up to 90 degrees as you press the carriage out. Bring it over the foot bar as you bring it back. Up to 90 and back. Just 4 more. We don't want to do this forever. Pulling up on that kneecap, really straightening that right leg as best as you can. 2 and 1. Bring it home. Keep the hips lifted. Bend the knee. Place that foot on the foot bar. Left leg comes to tabletop. We're going to go right into it. Press the carriage out. Leg stays in tabletop. Extend the leg over the foot bar as you bring it back in. So nice. Good. Taking care to keep that rib cage down. We're not popping it up. It's really going to help protect your back. Good. Nice long extension. You want to feel like everything is fluid. And to find resistance here, feel like you're moving through mud. Good. Just 2 more. Exhale. Great job breathing, Rebecca. Next time you extend, pause it there. As you move the carriage back, leg comes up to 90. So nice. And back over the foot bar as you bring it in. So the carriage should almost be closing. You're not necessarily letting it hit the stopper, but you're getting almost there. We've got 4 more. Straighten out that right leg as best as you can. If it doesn't get all the way there, that's okay. But just do the best you can and work on that range over time. 2 more. Last one, bring it all the way back, bend that knee, place the foot down, roll the spine down, close that stopper if you've not done so already. Hug those knees into your chest, rock your hips side to side. Very nice, that was a tough one. Yes. So for the next series, I'm gonna switch Rebecca onto 1 red and 1 blue spring. We're gonna go into hands and straps. So legs will come up to tabletop. Place those straps onto the palms of your hands. Knees come right over your hips. You're going to squeeze those inner thighs together. Hands stay as wide as your shoulders. We're going to start just with a basic roll up. Big breath in, exhale. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Roll up as the palms come down to the mat and roll back down. You really want to think about the middle finger pressing down so you're not flexing at the wrist here. Very straight line through the wrist so you're not putting too much pressure on that joint. If you need to move a little bit away from the shoulder blocks to give yourself a little more room to work, it's totally fine. Let's just do 3 more. We're going to move into some more fancy choreography after this. Good. Last one. Good. Rest the head down. Scoot your body a little bit away so you've got some room. If you feel more comfortable with the headrest up, you can also flip it to the upward position here. I assume you want it? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go into coordination next. So we're going to get into prep for this and then I'll talk you through the choreography. So first what we're going to do, legs come to tabletop. Big breath in. You're going to exhale, press the palms down, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Plant the elbows down, raise the palms up like you're doing a tricep extension. Now what we're going to do is keep the head, neck, and chest lifted. Palms press down, legs press out to 45. Hold it, open and close the legs. Good. Everything bends in, elbows and knees. Keep the head, neck, and chest lifted. Good. Big breath in, exhale, press out, open, close, zip it together, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Good. Exhale, press, open, close, zip them together, and bend. Everything needs to meet before you move. Good. If the head or neck is getting tired, you can place it down in between reps. Good. More pressure through the middle finger. Straighten out the wrist. Good. 2 more. So we're getting that choreography aspect into our class today. Last one. Very nice. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders down. Good. Roll out the neck if you need to just for a sec. We're going to move into a little bit more choreography. So arms up over the shoulders. Good. Big breath in. What we're going to do now is separate the knees so your legs are open, hip distance apart. Knees right over hips. We're going to go for some oblique roll-ups. So What we're gonna do is we're gonna curl up. Your left palm is gonna reach in between your leg. Your right palm will reach to the outside. Inhale, roll it back down. We're gonna alternate sides. Roll up, right palm in between your thighs, left palm to the outside of the hips, and we're gonna keep going. So we're not opening the arms wider than the hips. We're really keeping everything pretty tight to the body. You're gonna feel work starting down that sort of side body, this oblique area here, which is really important. If you like, as an option, if you need more intensity, you can extend the legs as you roll up. It's your choice. You do not have to do this. If you go for that, it's extra important to make sure you're putting equal pressure through the hips so that your pelvis is staying really steady on the mat. Good. Remember to find a little bit of a tuck in the chin like you're holding a tangerine between your chin and your collarbone. Good. Let's just go for 2 more each side. Very nice. Feeling the warmth in your abs, Rebecca?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Good.
Just a little.
All right, next we're gonna go into something called cheerleaders. So legs come up to tabletop. We're gonna find that inner thigh squeeze one more time, which is very on brand for ballet. Left arm will be up over your shoulder, right arm will be out to the side, so you're in this T position. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll up with the head, neck, and shoulders. Your left palm presses straight down, your right palm presses into your thigh. Good, roll up. Now your right hand comes up above the shoulder, head goes down, left arm out to the side. Roll up, both hands press down, switch the arms, left arm comes up above the shoulder, right arm out to the side. This one's a little bit of a brain teaser, so if it takes you a moment to get the coordination, don't worry about it. It's part of that mind-body connection we like to build in Pilates and also dance. So every time you roll down, think about the shoulders plugging into the mat so you're not rolling up or down. Belly button is really zipping in like you're getting into that tight pair of jeans every time you roll up. Good. And I'd like to see 1 more each side, please. And last one. Very good. Rest it down. Place the feet on the foot bar. Rock your knees side to side. You can walk them a little bit wider if you like to. And we're going to move on to our next series. All right, so next we're going to move on to some standing work. So I've got Rebecca on 1 blue spring. You could also do a red spring if you want a little bit more. We're going to come to standing on the platform. So please place your left foot on the stable platform first, right foot on the carriage close to the edge of the bed. So we're going to begin with straight legs in parallel, so knees facing forward. Rebecca's going to float the carriage out to the side so it moves away into a comfortable range. Big breath in, exhale, squeeze the legs together as you come back in. So spine should be pretty neutral here, so you're not tucked under, you're not arching like crazy. It's just in a neutral, natural curve. You can also bring the arms out to the side in a T. Good. And control the carriage really, I don't want to say aggressively, but really put intention as you bring that carriage home. I don't want you riding a spring. I want you closing that carriage in slow motion, really using those inner thighs. Yes, very good. Let's go for 3 more. Last 2, that was great control, Rebecca. And last 1, hold there. What we're gonna do, I'm sorry, bring it in, I lied. Now what we're gonna do is next time we float the carriage out, what we're gonna do is dive the left hand toward the right ankle, keeping that nice long spine. Untwist the torso as you bring everything back home, arms out to that T. So you really want to think about lifting up before you reach down and bring it all the way in. If you can't reach the ankle, don't worry about it. Find the low spot that works for you. Abs engage as you bring it back home. Good. Let's go for 4 more. And think about that twist through the torso really happening through that ab engagement here. Good. Let's take 1 more. Very nice. Bring it all the way in slowly with control. So next we're going to move into a nice external rotation. So you're going to point your heels towards each other, toes go apart. If your left foot on the platform hangs off a little bit, that's fine. Just make sure you're feeling nice and stable. What we're going to do is start off with the legs straight, arms in a nice first position like you're holding a beach ball or a tree. What we're going to do is bend the knees as you send the carriage away and straighten out as you bring it back. So I want the legs straight as you close the carriage and start bending as you push down, just like you're getting to that deep second plie. Very good. So inner thighs are working here, butt, hamstrings, all that good stuff. And think about your head reaching up toward the ceiling like a string is pulling you up. Good. I'd like to see maybe 4 more. This is 3. Last 2. Making sure that tail isn't arching behind you, it's not tucking. Pause here. We're going to hold that plie. Now you're going to extend the right leg straight. Bring it right back in. Everything else should be staying really stable aside from that right leg. So you're getting lots of thighs, some calf here probably too. Good, let's take 4 more. That left leg might be a little shaky, that's just fine. Last 2. And 1. Find that plie one more time. Good, straighten out the legs as you bring the carriage home. Now let's take the other leg. So we're going to find that big second plie one more time, send the carriage away. Now we're going to straighten out that left leg, keeping that weight really centered over the right leg, bring it back home. So you want to feel like this is all really stable on the right side. Shouldn't be sending your weight over that right leg, and you're really making both legs work here. Obviously that mobile leg, controlling the carriage in and out, getting a lot of work, and we want to keep that knee pointed right in line with the toe and right in line with your hip, and this right leg is really fighting to keep you stable. Let's go for 2 more. Nice, elbows stay lifted, and 1. Bring it all the way home, close the carriage, straighten the legs out, find that nice tall posture, and let's step down with your right foot and then the left foot, and we're going to go for the other side. So now, stepping onto the carriage, right foot goes up on the mobile platform, left foot up first. We're going to start in parallel. So knees facing forward, legs right under your hip bones. We're going to start with the arms relaxed down by your sides, nice neutral spine, tall posture, send the carriage away. If you feel comfortable, arms can go out to that T position. Squeeze the inner thighs, control the carriage as you come up. Good. Gaze is lifted but not craned up. You want your you want your gaze focused forward, maybe a little bit high. Abs support you here, so as you bring the carriage in, really feel that zip happening through your core. Good. If you're not feeling this too much, think about slow control happening as you come in. And this is an exercise where really less resistance is harder. So if you need a little bit more control, you can flip onto a yellow or an extra light spring. Let's go for 1 more. Good, bring it all the way in. So next we're going to start out with the arms in a T. Carriage is closed. What we're going to do is send that left foot away, dive the right hand down, and untwist the spine as you bring it back up. So let's try to make this as fluid as possible. Start with the twist, reach for that ankle or as close to it as you can get. Start to untwist as soon as you begin coming up. Let's go for about 4 or 5 more here. Are you feeling any work through the core?
Yeah.
Nice. And of course, the wider you take this range, the more challenge you will find, but please be safe, don't hurt yourself. Work within the range you got. Good, maybe start the dive a little bit sooner, Rebecca, see if that changes things for you at all. Yeah, there you go. Gives you a little less stability. Yeah. Let's take 1 more after this. Beautiful. All right, and if one side is a little less rangy than the other, don't worry about it, it's very normal. We're gonna now flip into our external rotation. So we're turning the heels to face each other, toes face apart. We're gonna find that big first position with the arms, standing up nice and tall. We're gonna go for that second plie and send the head right up as you extend the legs. Good. So think about every time you bring it in, really tall posture. I'd really like to see your weight balanced equally between both legs. I know obviously one foot is stable, one is moving, so the tendency is to move onto one side to stabilize, but I'd really like to think about stabilizing through the core, really balanced weight between both thighs. That's going to be your goal. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Very nice, Rebecca. And last one. Good, bring it all the way up. Now we're gonna go for single leg extension. So Arms in that first position. Find that big deep plie. Now we're going to extend the left leg out, snake it back in, keeping the pelvis really stable. Nice, good. Think about knees staying in line with the toes, and everything is in line with the hip. Good, let's go for 4 more. Elbows stay lifted, breath is still happening. It's a lot of work, but you can hold yourself up and breathe at the same time. 2 more. And 1. Let's stay paused in that plie. Shift to the other side. Right leg extends and bring it back in. So Rebecca's not sending her whole body off to the side. It's still really centered over the hip bones. She's using her core, using her legs to control the carriage in and out. Good. Find as much extension as you naturally have. You can start to push it over time, but please be safe. Good. We'll take 2 more. Last one, just for giggles, let's hold the plie just for a second. Big breath in, exhale, extend everything long. Close the carriage, stand up nice and tall. We're gonna move on. All right, to finish up, we're gonna go for some very balletic arms. So we flipped onto a yellow spring or an extra light spring. Rebecca's gonna grab this strap in front of her and place it in the right hand. Please do the same. Knees will be hip distance apart. You're gonna be kneeling on the reformer. Start with the palm, facing forward. Lift the elbows high. What we're gonna do is bring the fingertips together, squeeze the core, meet them right in front of the sternum, and open slowly with control. Elbows are not going behind the body. Everything is staying in front of the shoulder. And what you're gonna feel here is you're gonna definitely experience some instability through the pelvis, through the core. Your job is to really engage with the core, keep this all very stable, focused, even though one very grounded arm and one very free arm are gonna try to pull you off balance. We're gonna take 3 more before we add another layer onto this. Good. Last one. Open up once again. Let's make it fancy now. So fingertips meet in front of the sternum. What we're gonna do is twist to the left, keeping the hips stable. Bring the fingers right back in front of the sternum. Open the arms again. Big breath in, exhale. Fingertips meet, twist, bring it back to front, open up wide. So as Rebecca continues this for 8, what we're doing is we're not letting the fingers go away from the sternum. We're keeping this really aligned, twisting, engaging the obliques, thinking about keeping those fingers facing your chest the whole time. Good. Should have about 3 more. Good, and you don't have to necessarily pause when everything meets. You can make this more fluid once you got the hang of the choreography. But the important things are to make sure this is being powered by the abs through the obliques, and you're not just twisting through the arms only. Last one. Very nice. Open up wide. Now we're going to move into the most balletic of the arms. So we're going to flip the palms to face up. We're going to find a really soft elbow position, kind of like we're doing a reverance or a bow at the end of class. What we're going to do is press through that right palm, reach that right arm up over the head, left arm comes in front of the body, elbow nice and soft. Squeeze the core, control it, bring everything back to starting. Palms reach up, chest nice and open, neck long. Big breath in, try it again. Reach that right hand over. You're going to need a good amount of press through that right hand. Soft elbows. Everything comes back to that beautiful position. Bend in the elbows. No straight arms just yet. Good. Make sure you're not riding the spring as you come back. Very easy to use momentum here and let the carriage kind of take you on a ride, but it's your job to use your core, use your arms, use your legs, everything you have as you go for this very elegant movement. Let's do a couple more. Good. Try a little more press in that palm right away for this one. There you go. Last one. And open up. Beautiful work. Let's go for the other side. Place that strap out of your way. We're going to turn around, go for the other direction. So find that kneeling position. You're pretty far away from the shoulder blocks, whatever's comfortable. You're going to place the strap into your left hand, keeping the core engaged. Bring your chest just a little bit forward, Rebecca. Good. Abs engage, ribs down. Big breath in, exhale, fingertips meet together and open up wide. Good. Finding that position right in front of your sternum. Elbows are lifted so you're not getting chicken wings. Good. 5 more. Exhaling as the fingers come together. And make sure you're not letting the body drift back. You want to bring your chest forward a little bit right over your hips. Very nice. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. Now we're going to add on. Fingertips meet together. We're going to twist to the right. Back to center. Open up wide. Elbows stay lifted, fingertips together, squeeze through the core as you twist, back to center, open wide. So for this, the arms should be in a position where the elbows are a little bit lower than the shoulder, wrist is a little bit shorter, can't speak, little bit shorter, lower, oh God, than the elbows. This is great.
They got it.
Hopefully you got it. Good. Bring the chest forward, Rebecca. Make sure you're not leaning back. Good. We should have 1 or 2 more here. Open up wide. Let's go for the last one. Fingertips center, twist through the core, reach the body nice and tall. Open up wide. Now we're going to flip the palms upward. Nice soft elbows, chest forward. Big breath in. You're going to reach that left arm up overhead. Right arm comes down. Very nice. Weight is stacked really evenly over the hips. Nice soft elbows each time. Good. So it's going to be probably a good amount of reach over as you bring that left arm over, and avoid the tendency to use momentum. So I say press through the palm, but it should be a really slow, controlled motion. You're just getting a little bit more pressure. So control on the way out, reach, open up, unfurl, control back. That was great. Okay, let's go for 3 or 4 more. Nice soft elbows. Find that really reverance position with the hands. Good. Palms face up. A little more bend in those elbows. Let's finish up with 1 more. Very nice. Bring it back. Unfurl everything. Let's release that strap and finish up with a nice stretch. So to finish up, we're going to stand, and because we were just talking about reverance, or the end of the class, we're going to finish up with just a nice classic ballet class curtsy. So we're going to start with the right foot in front. Left foot will be in B+ for this bent position. What we're going to do is just step the left foot back. You can plant the toe down or point it. What we're going to do is bend both knees, open up the arms, straighten everything out. Step to the left, open the arms wide. Everything stands really tall. Bend both knees, take your bow, open up, find your first position, stand up really tall, feel your posture be really long, and you are all done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. And please like this video, subscribe. We have other ballet videos. I'll link them in the description, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.